buttons aren't buttoning. There we go. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday and welcome to KO Friday. You guys, we've got some great comedy for you tonight. You guys, I am your tech. I'm Annie Dies a Lot. And before we get this show officially on the road, I'm going to go over a few things that all of us can do to help this show go nice and smoothly. The very first thing, if you are here in the Zoom room, and now is a great time to go ahead, turn on your mics and cameras. Do it. Let us see your faces. Let us hear your laughter. Definitely helps if we can see all that. We know it's the internet if you don't want to. We're not going to hold it against you. But please, if you are going to have your cameras and mics off, go ahead. At the bottom of your screen, you will see a reactions button. Use those reactions. It still gives us live feedback. So just do it. Just do it. Let's see. Twitch, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys all out there. We invite you to come be a part of the Zoom room. Everybody's welcome. It's pretty easy. You can go to the website kocomedy.com, sign up for the email. You will instantly receive a link, not just for this room, but for all of our shows throughout the week. You guys, we're doing this all the time. We do this every day of the week. So come hang out with us. Come hang out with us. It's a lot of fun. We also have some Zoom exclusive shows. For instance, when this show is over, the lights are going to go down over on Twitch. Comedy Hub will not be able to see anything else, but we're going to keep the after party going. That's right. It's going down. Lorna Batters and Sarah Green are hosting the after party. We're going to play games. We're going to have fun. We're going to hang out. Come join us, you guys. Come join us. It's going to be a good time. So yeah, check it out, kocomedy.com. And also Twitch, while I've got you there, you guys, we have a very special guest. He's here every week. He's live in the Zoom, in the Twitch chat right now. It's the world's worst AI comedian. It is Laughing Larry. That's right. He is god awful. He is the worst. If you want to talk to him, you can. All you got to do is type at Laughing Larry AI into the chat on Twitch, and followed by whatever comment you want to make, and he will say something that sucks. Really,
He will.
yeah, Laughing Larry sucks, but he's fun to play with, so feel free to play with him. And let's see, if you're here in the Zoom room and you're curious to go see Twitch, you're welcome to. Twitch.tv/Comedy Hub. You can hang out with people over there. You can hang out with Laughing Larry. Yeah, like I said, he sucks. Have fun with him. Yeah, you guys, we've got a great show for you tonight, and you are so welcome. It's a free show. Let's go. That being said, we still ask that you support everyone you see tonight. You guys, it's really easy. It's really easy. It's free. Give them all a follow. Come on, just do it. During everyone's sets, I'm going to go ahead and drop their Instagram handles both on my screen and down in the chat. Follow them. See if they're going to be in a town near you. See if they have new content. You guys, it helps boost their algorithms. Help them boost the algorithm. You know, just do it. Just do it. Exactly. Also, if you're feeling generous, we won't turn down a donation. Oh, no, no. We will absolutely feed some starving comedians, you guys. It's pretty easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. And you guys, if you're a regular here, you know, we don't just take your money. Oh, no, no. We're going to give you a shout out. That's right. It's happening. We're going to put your name on the donor board, and we leave it up there for the rest of the month. So far, we've had, it's getting full. I'm going to have to work with this, you guys. But that's right. I'm going to take your name. I'm going to slap it on something Thanksgiving related. That's right. That's right. So go for it. If you want to stay anonymous, just leave me a note. That's fine. That's fine. I'll still put your donation up there, though, just not your name. Make something up. It's all good. All right. And you know what? I'm scrolling down my list. That's the last thing I have to say. So you guys, are you guys ready for some awesome comedy? Are we good to go?
Woo! Yeah.
All right. Let's make it happen. Let's get this going. You guys, it's time for your host. You know him. You love him. Give it up for the amazing Michael Magic.
Oh my gosh, guys. One more time for Annie Dies a Lot. And one more time for KO Comedy and Comedy Hub for making all of this happen on a Friday evening for everybody right here. Remember, guys, making sure if you want to check out all the shows, KOComedy.com. You can get the private links to all the Zoom rooms. If you're watching on Twitch right now, we're having a lot of fun here in the private Zoom room. Speaking of that, we got some people in the private Zoom room right here already. Some of them have their microphones on. Some of them have their microphones off right now and their cameras off right now. So again, if you feel comfortable, we really, really appreciate it. Comedians feed off your energy. So if you feel comfortable, please turn on your cameras. Please turn on your microphones, or even just turning on your microphones helps. With that being said, we got some awesome comics for you tonight. We got the one and only Sarah Fatemi joining us from Filter World right now. The one and only Sarah Fatemi, who's on mute.
It's not
right
that
now.
much of a filter. It's a lip color and a hair piece. My hair is a mess, Michael.
Okay. By the way, that may be the most problematic filter hairpiece I've ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
In a Zoom room right there. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, well, I guess, the new administration's already taken over the tech world. I see how that's working out. We also have Jackie Monahan joining us from the Jackie and Mo show. Jackie, what's up? What's going on with you?
Hi, I'm really good. I have a little bit. I don't want to talk about it because I want to make it bigger, but I'm not feeling good. I have a little sore throat. Ooh. But I have a show tomorrow, so I guess I'm going to have to test.
Well, the great thing about that is that none of us here can get virtually infected. So thank you. And honestly, that's what Zoom comedy was made for. It's like when you're really ill and you're still a stage whore, come on a Zoom show.
I'm always a stage whore, for sure.
Speaking of the stage, we got we got the one and only Desiree Walsh joining us as well from Toronto. Desiree's got a new album with Howlin' Roar Records. Des, what's going on with you?
I'm not too much. Thank you for not calling me a whore. I appreciate that.
I was literally just about to say that. I was literally just about to be. Speaking of stage whores, we have, and I was like, you know what? Maybe that's not, because this is all being recorded and this could be held against me.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Oh, Michael.
Oh,
by the way,
I have made this awkward.
Speaking of awkward, there's nothing more awkward than when someone shows up to a Zoom show as iPhone, because I'm just assuming that person is stealing my data right now as we speak. That's my dad, guys, probably, because my dad has never figured out how to change his name on a Zoom. So I'm assuming that's just my dad right over there. We got Nancy Ellis joining us. Hopefully, if you can turn on your camera or your microphone, or just tell us in the chat where you're joining the show from. Lisa A. Again, that's a Lisa Anonymous. Doesn't want to give her last name. I understand it. I wouldn't want to give my last name on here either. Except for Luke Phelan doesn't have
horse.
But what'd you say? What'd you say, Lorna?
If you're calling everybody horse.
Well, as we can tell, Lorna's already 4 shots in, and the show hasn't even started. So that's fun. That's fun. We got Mr. B, and then there was B, who was next to them, but they've left us right here. The other B was some sort of like abstract art painting that was taking place, and I just assumed that it was a sentient art light form. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. I am trying to put coherent sentences together after a long day of here's the thing about that. I went to the doctor. Is anybody here a hypochondriac? Anybody here a hypochondriac? Okay. Every comedian raised their hands. That's my favorite thing. So I went to the dermatologist today because I'm very concerned about this growth that I'd noticed. And it was like this weird coloration. So I went and I showed him what was going on my head. And I said, hey, do you know what this is? And he goes, oh yeah, I know exactly what that is. I'm like, is it cancerous? He goes, that's ink. perhaps from a Sharpie of some sort. What the more concerning thing to me is not the fact that like I thought that a blot of ink was like a growth. Is how did I get like Sharpie ink inside my head? That's what's really concerning about me, because I haven't worked on any sort of like whiteboard presentations lately or anything like that. What am I living in like an 18-year-old dorm room right now where I'm getting pranked? Like, who else gets a Sharpie on their head? By the way, I love the fact that all the comedians have their mics off too. That really adds for the energy in the comedy show.
Mine's on.
Your Jackie's one is on, Desiree's one is off, and Sarah's one is off as well too. Sarah doesn't even know how to use the microphone.
This begs the question: like, did you wash your hair?
Well, I have, but the thing is, it's like permanent marker. And I guess it gets caught in there. My only thing I can think of is that like I was using a Sharpie on like a soccer ball or something like that. And that like I brushed it against my head and like my hand. And so the ink got on there. There's a reasonable explanation for all this stuff. Sarah, you are on mute right now. So I'm just assuming that somebody's vacuuming in the background or something like.
Oh, you know what? I'm off mute just for you.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Sarah, so you're a hypochondriac. So tell me what type of things concern you medically?
Literally right now, I just took an edible maybe 45 minutes ago. And I had NyQuil last night, so is that still in my system? So it's hitting, and I'm supposed to headline, by the way. So good luck, everybody.
That's why you got the edible 45 minutes ago, to make sure that everything was nice in the system by the time you got on stage. Honestly, nothing goes with Zoom comedy like some sort of hallucinogenic. Really, it's a good way to spend the evening.
Especially when I have a filter on. Oh yeah. No, but I've gotten I'm a resident stoner. But even I still get panic attacks. So, I'm always, and then I thought I had MS on Sunday because my hand had a very light tremor.
Oh boy.
Like the lightest. Like I know I hurt myself at the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like the thing is that like bottom line is like I know exactly what you're talking about, because like the thing is that like I always, and I've been talking to my therapist about this. So guys, you're getting a sneak peek into my therapy session today. That I catastrophize everything. I take everything to the highest extent. Like if I start coughing, I assume I have whooping cough, which no one has had since 1874. But I assume that I'm the one bringing it to America. By the way, Mike Eckert is on the screen right now. He looks like he is the proctor for the Zoom comedy show. See, buddy, but he's smiling right there. He's just like, Sarah knows this. Sarah's a teacher. You know what it's like to proctor students. Doesn't Mike look like somebody who's like in there judging to see how your class is handling your session?
Yeah, but I mean, the kids that I come across, they would eat them alive. Oh no, they know how to clap back. That's for sure.
Those Southern California kids. Kids. Oh man, by the way, Nancy Ellis looks her picture that she's got right now looks like every picture from like a school board website that I've ever seen. Just everyone's just like kind of professional, but at the same time. Like they're, you can tell that they're also like domestic and like involved in like their kids' activities and everything like that. And then also extremely disappointed that people aren't listening to their suggestions on the board. That's kind of what I'm getting. And Nancy's giving the emoji, the crying happy emoji, which means she's not going to cancel me, because I was concerned about that for a second. I was really concerned about that. Jinda with a phallic message in the chat. For those of you guys who are not familiar with Jinda, do not be concerned. Everything that Jinda says, much like a third grade boy, is followed with the word penis. Lorna Batters has left us right now, but her picture of her at the bar is pretty symbolic of where she is at all times. So that's good. That's good. Guys, by the way, if you want to be following all these comedians, it's really, really simple. On the show, while they're performing. You're going to see their social media handles come up. Make sure you're following them, just like Annie was saying. It really, really helps them. It'll let you guys know when they're performing in your area. You can always DM them, things like, clown penis, like Jinda does, important things in life. And that's how you develop a fan base, right, Desiree?
Yes.
just if you, Jackie's like, yep, more phallic comments. I need more phallic comments in my DMs.
Penis.
Exactly.
Stage whore
Exactly.
penis. Stage whore penis.
Yeah. That's what it gets right there. By the way, Mike has got a very 70s Brady Bunch thing going right here, as if he's the patriarch of this entire dysfunctional family around him on this Zoom screen. So it's a good look. Good look. Again, guys, like Annie was saying, if you want to donate, these shows do run on donations, and these donations do help keep the lights on and help keep comedians from having to sell their plasma to get turkeys during the holiday season, those sorts of things. So
And
it's
our feet.
it's a quality thing. And what'd you say?
And our feet.
And your feet.
Yes.
Without selling your feet. That's the one thing you can't do, Sarah Fatemi, on the Zoom screen, is show your feet, because Twitch considers that some sort of pornographic material. So you can show your hands, but you can't show your feet for whatever
Which
reason.
is a perv, not me.
Yeah. I know, that is kind of creepy when you think about it, that like Peach's just like, he's like, hey, don't show that, because it's like, well, that means that you have a thing for this. But I can show like my elbows, and there's no issues with that, because I guess there's no weirdos that are into
You can
that.
show areola.
You can show areola.
Yeah, just not.
Really?
Yeah. You can't show the nipple, but you can show areola, but not feet.
That's so weird.
I'm making it up. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Can I show the growth on my head that's actually Sharpie
Please
marker?
show us the Sharpie.
I don't know if you can see it. By the way, my favorite thing about Zoom filters is like they only accentuate the worst features on you. Like that's what happens. They're like, here, use this filter to like make yourself look younger. Oh, it's also going to show extreme receding hairline. So if you can, it's really, it's a good look. It's a good look. Couple other things I wanted to bring up with people here. We were discussing it earlier on Monday, but it did come up, and I think a lot of people want to get this off their chest. A lot of people are concerned about a lot of these appointments that are being made by our new upcoming administration in regards to who they're bringing in. And I'll be completely honest with you, I get it, because I've also forgotten to put together a homework assignment, and at the last minute thrown something together. And that's honestly what this feels like. Just like, oh, I was supposed to make these appointments today. All right, well, how about oh, this guy sounds professional. Why don't we use that guy? This guy seems like he knows what he's doing. William Reynolds, speaking of professional, look at that suit. Beautiful. How fancy right there. I would buy something from you, William Reynolds. If you were selling me furniture, I would absolutely purchase it, is what I'm trying to say. If I was at Living Spaces, I would actually do that. That went nowhere. Okay, good. That's why we do this. That's why we do this on Zoom comedy, guys. By the way, Sarah, the first rule of Zoom comedy, you're not allowed to write material. You're only allowed to eat. You're only allowed to eat an edible. And then 45 minutes after it starts kicking in, you start rambling on. That is the rules of Zoom comedy. You want to see material? Go to michaelmadgencomedy.com or at michaelmadgen on social medias and see where I'm performing in your town. Then you can come and see material. But until then, Mike Eckert's going to be there monitoring to make sure that I'm not doing any written material. Well, guys, I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to be back later on doing actual stand-up comedy. But until then, are you guys ready to get the show going? Come on, let's get that energy going. You guys are all incredible. Again, if you're watching on the Twitch stream and you want to join us in the private Zoom room, feel free. Go to kocomedy.com or message them in the chat. on Twitch, and they'll send you that private Zoom link, and you can join us here because we're going to have a lot of fun. Even if Lorna Batters is so drunk right now that she can't keep her camera on and her microphone. With that being said, are you guys ready for your first comic? Come on, let's get the energy up. Keep it up. Guys, your first comic coming to the stage may or may not be in the same inebriated state as Lorna Batters because they are also located in Toronto, Ontario. Like I said, they've got a wonderful album out there right now on I forget the name of the album.
It's Everybody Panic.
Everybody Panics, which is how basically I respond to anybody asking me if I want to do a Zoom comedy show. Let's give it up for the one and only Desiree Walsh, everybody.
Hello. Thanks for having me. This is great. As Mike mentioned, I am Canadian. I think a few of you know this. I am also disabled. I use a wheelchair. You just can't see it because of Zoom. There's no joke there, really. The Canadian thing is more of a humble brag at this point. And I do have to tell you, I use a wheelchair. I will die. That is my life. Yes. And I just, as a Canadian, I just want to say I am very sorry about what happened with the election. I'm very sorry. On the plus side, though, a win for Desiree personally is I have never gotten more marriage proposals in my entire life. In the past 2 weeks, I have gotten more marriage proposals than like ever in my life. They are mostly from women. Which is fine. Like I am open-minded and I'll take what I can get. My mom is very happy with these marriage proposals. I've actually gotten so many that I am currently Googling, is lesbian polygamy legal in the country of Canada? I'm going to try to start like a sister wives situation without like the husband, I guess. I think I'm going to start a cult is what I'm finding out. I'm going to start a cult of women fleeing the U.S. Yeah. Most people think this is really funny. But that's okay. Sometimes the jokes are just for me and that's fine. Yeah. So I am sorry that this is happening, but I am rooting for you, America. I miss when American politics was like funny, ha ha. No, I mean it's funny now, but not funny at all. Or it's more funny at oh now, not funny, ha. I miss do you remember 1993? Like, do you remember when Bill Clinton was in office and Saturday Night Live was not a dramatic retelling of the news? It was actually like funny little sketches. Remember that? Like Will Ferrell in a dress as Janet Reno. Let's bring those times back. I'm sure Will Ferrell in a dress as Janet Reno is incredibly problematic by today's standards. I can see that. But if you were 10 in Canada, that is the height of comedy back in the day. It was the height of comedy. So I am rooting for you that one day your politics will become funny haha again and not funny at all. Because I really do like the US. I really, really do. You guys have the Americans with Disabilities Act. And that's super swell because we don't have that in Canada. We don't. One, because we're not American, and two, because I'm not really sure why we don't have federal legislation around disability and accessibility. I'm not really sure. We have some provincial laws, but they're really more of suggestions. Like, if you'd like to make your establishment wheelchair accessible, we have some literature, but if you don't want to make it accessible or you think it's too hard, we've called all of the disabled people and they're gonna stay home. Don't worry. it's actually really nice to go to for me to go to the States because I get to be a person. Yeah, and I mean, you guys aren't really known for giving rights to minorities, so it's nice. It is. I actually got to go to California this summer, and I got to go to Disneyland. And that was really great because Disneyland has done a lot to make the park like generally very inclusive, and very wheelchair accessible, which is great. But now if you are just in a wheelchair, you have to wait in line just like everyone else. And I gotta tell you, maybe I didn't want this inclusion as much as I thought because waiting in line sucks. Like it's really awful, walkies. It's really bad. No wonder you guys are so cranky. You're waiting in a bunch of lines. Yeah, I also got to go to Pennsylvania this summer. I flew through Newark Airport. If you are currently single, in the US, but it's really anywhere in the world, if you are currently single and you are just wondering, like, God, where is my person? They're in customs at the Newark airport. They're standing in a line. They can't get to you because the lines are not moving. I have never seen so many people. When I got off the plane, my first thought was, I wonder who's left in the rest of New Jersey. Yeah. No one was left. They were all in customs at the Newark airport. After I flew in, I drove to Pennsylvania, and that was really interesting because I got to experience American food. It is slightly different than Canada. You guys have something called the restaurant gas station. I know there's a few Canadians in this room thinking, we have Tim Hortons drive-thrus at the gas station. No, this is a stale donut and burnt coffee. This is an actual restaurant. Well, a deep fryer coupled with a gas station. We went to a place called Sheets. I had 3 types of deep fried cheese. There were more. I could only physically fit 3 types of deep fried cheese inside of me. Yeah, I gotta say, Americans, people call me inspiring for living my life from a wheelchair and doing comedy and whatnot. And I gotta say, I think it's not me that's inspiring. It's you, the Americans, that are inspiring. Because how are any of you still alive? You have gas stations that sell deep fried cheese, multiple deep fried cheeses. All I'm saying is that you guys are sure playing it fast and loose with your cholesterol for a country that does not have universal health care. Also, I went to the Olive Garden. Everybody always rags on the Olive Garden. We don't have the Olive Garden in Canada. So I went. It was fine. It was fine. I did immediately get diarrhea after we left. Just immediately got diarrhea, but it's fine. I would go back. It's less of a restaurant and more of a food rental place. But yeah, that was a new tag. I don't know if I like it. American Thanksgiving is coming up. In Canada, we call that Canadian Thursday. We call that Canadian Thursday because our Thanksgiving is in October. Yeah, and I actually went to visit my parents for Canadian Thanksgiving, or metric Thanksgiving, if you will. And my sister texted that she would be a little bit late because some poor soul fell off their balcony at her apartment building. Don't worry, it gets funny. It gets funny. I know that's a little bit dark, but it gets funny. And my parents responded with what I would call a non-traditional response. They responded by saying, "You never forget your first dead body, eh?" And then I'm Canadian, so they sound like that. And then I spent the next 45 minutes reminiscing how many dead bodies they've seen as a couple. If you're curious, they've seen six dead bodies as a couple. This was particularly upsetting because these are the same people that forget their children's birthdays quite often. And it's actually only one birthday because I am one half of a set of twins. That is right. I am one half of a set of identical twins, and she is also disabled. Yes, she is also disabled, and people are always like, I feel so sorry for your parents. They have no normal children. Well, clearly they're not normal. They've seen six dead bodies as a couple. Also, don't feel sorry for them. One of us makes six figures a year. Not me. I'm a comedian. But one of us is a very fancy manager for the government. Not me. I'm a comedian. So they're doing all right. They're doing all right. And like growing up, my parents never saw the disability, which on paper sounds very sweet and kind, but in practice is awful. Because I had to go get a job. I don't know if you all know this, but you have to stay at the job every day, all day. You get the money. And quite frankly, I'm exhausted. So shame on those people for believing in me. Shame on them for believing in me. Do I still have time? I feel like I've been talking for a very long time. It's okay. I can keep going. I'm good.
The alarm just went off, so you got another minute.
Okay, great. Okay. And if you're wondering, that is how you do comedy, friends. If you are a professional, you will ask if you have the light. Yeah. So happy American Thanksgiving. I've been Desiree Walsh.
Whoa.
Desiree Walsh, everybody. One more time for the one and only Desiree Walsh. Desiree, a lot to unpack right there. I am not gonna lie. First off, I will never be able to eat at Olive Garden again based on your visualization of the restaurant in that way, which is very disappointing because their unlimited breadsticks is literally the reason people go to Olive Garden. Yeah. Are they actually? Could you buy them in the frozen food aisle? Most likely, probably, but still, you wouldn't be having the family style experience of going to an Olive Garden in Lancaster, California, which is a deep cut. That is an hour outside of Los Angeles in the middle of nowhere. That is what that is right there. See, that reference right there puts Mike Eckert to sleep. I get it. I understand. I understand. By the way, guys, some people have just joined us right here. The one and only Sarah Green, who's going to be part of the after party later with Lorna Batters, has just joined us. And in traditional Zoom room style, even though they are part of the show, has their cameras off and their microphones off as well, too. There you go. There you go. Part podcast, part roast, part stand-up show. It's all fun on a Friday night, guys. It's all fun on a Friday night. I did want to just get back really quickly to the whole thing in regards to the dermatologist appointment today, because I don't know. Does anybody else have this experience to them when they go see the doctor and they're like, "Are you on any medications?" And like the thing about that is like, there are certain medications I'm taking that like I don't want to publicly be sharing, but yet somehow they have my chart. They're like, they're like, I see you're on finasteride. They're like, is that for hair regrowth? I'm like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Can you say that any louder in this room? That'd be wonderful if you could do that. And it looks like recently you had a prescription for Cialis. And I'm like, okay, it's not what you think it's for at all. It's for prostate cancer. It is for prostate cancer. Because I'd rather have people think that I have cancer than erectile dysfunction. That's how getting edgy on a Friday night, guys. Said the C word. That's how that works. Look at Sarah Green's background. Absolutely love it right there. I just feel like I'm playing Super Mario World in 1991 with that backdrop. Quality. It's quality right there. By the way, shout out to everybody who's been donating. Annie's going to be back on later, shouting out the donation board. The donation board is going to be going throughout the entire evening, so please keep donating, guys. We got the links right there for the Venmo, for the PayPal. Keep supporting, keep the lights going. With that all being said, guys, just a few more comics left to go. You guys ready to keep this party going? I know Lorna is, because she's on the phone right now.
Whoa!
It's almost as if you get caught in class, basically. It's like, oh, man, that's right. I have a camera on me. People can see what I'm doing right now. Your next comic coming to the stage, absolutely incredible. She has a wonderful show called The Jackie and Mo Show on KO Comedy every Saturday afternoon. Let's give it for the one and only Jackie Monahan, everybody.
I can't believe it. I'm so excited to be here, everybody. I have a show. It's called The Jackie Mo Show, not Jackie and Mo. Jackie Mo.
I said Jackie Mo.
I thought you said Jackie and Mo.
No, but that sounds like a lovely Saturday morning cartoon. So
yeah. Oh, thank you. Sorry. I guess I'm hearing things wrong because I'm not feeling that great, but you guys don't.
Oh, that's not why.
Not contagious in Zoom. I've been watching. Do you guys watch the Menendez brothers?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous of them. They got to kill their parents. And they had each other. I grew up by myself, only child. And what do people say when you're an only child? You must be spoiled. I'm like, well, if by spoiled, you mean neglected and abused. Spoiled, rotten. Sometimes you don't want all of your daddy's attention.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wish you had a prettier older sister. Somebody who can run so fast. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. But when I'm a firm believer in you get double for your trouble. Any kind of trouble you have in your life, you get double for it. Like you get double good stuff. And I've had a lot of good stuff in my life, so don't worry about me.
Hey.
The good stuff keeps coming, except for this cold, everybody. But I don't know if you guys remember. So everybody's been watching Menendez. Do you guys remember Milli Vanilli?
Yeah.
Well, you know it's true. The big lip syncing fiasco.
Yes.
My dream, dare to dream, everybody, is for there to be a Freaky Friday situation movie where the Menendez brothers switch with Milli Vanilli. How fun would that be? Girl, you know it's true. Like Milli Vanilli, they think that they're like, it's the end of the world. We got caught lip syncing. No, it's the world. You're in jail now. Girl, you know it's true. Oh God, whenever that opened, the Menendez show, it opened with come to call you. Wait a minute. Come alive, I'll call you anytime. For you. I was just like, Milli Vanilli, like I just like lost. I haven't heard Milli Vanilli in so long because it's not you don't hear it anywhere. And to be honest, you don't hear any songs anywhere. There's so many songs that were so good that we barely ever hear. And there are songs that were really bad that we never hear. But guess what we hear all the time? I mean, it can't just be me, unless I'm in some algorithm where I just keep hearing the song. But I hear it at in malls. I hear it. Not that I'm really going to malls anymore, but I hear it a lot. Can anybody guess what it is? It's from the 90s.
Wham?
No, that's good guess though. But even Wham, you don't hear as much. I would love to hear Freedom. I would love to hear. I would love to hear any song by Wham or George Michael. Finally, it has happened to me.
Oh, that's so
I just cannot hide it. Like, why that song? I hear that song way more than any Beatles song. I hear that song all the time. It's on at Trader Joe's. If I get in an Uber, it's on. And at restaurants, it's just on all the time. And so I'm constantly hearing songs that I'm like, we should hear this more. But forget Milli Vanilli. Never hear Milli Vanilli. And I understand because I lip sync, but everybody lip syncs now. So what's the big deal? But Cece Peniston, she's the singer of Finally. And so it's a running gag between my friend and I. So he all the time, we'll just be out and the song will come on and we're just like, oh God. And then we play it. We take a video of ourselves with the sound in the background and send it to each other. And my friend is like, Jackie, she worked one day in her life. Like she only had to work one day in her life. Like Madonna has songs I never hear anymore. You never hear, gonna dress you up in my love all over, never. You never hear an Elvis song. Do you hear an Elvis song? No, but finally you come along. And the whole song is just finally over and over again. Finally, it's just the same thing over and over again. So I finally was like, I've got to look this up and see what the story is. And come to find out, because it was never at number one. Like I remember all the songs and everything. And I remember all the songs that were at number one. I knew CeCe Peniston was never at number one. And I was right, she wasn't. And it just was like, there are other songs that were number one for months and they are not played ever. But CeCe Peniston is played all the time. But so I've looked it up and she, I know you guys are captivated. She does admit that she only worked one day in her life. That one song, she never had to work again. Well, she tours around and plays the song, but she immediately just got to get a bigger house, like just like her life, because it was a gay anthem. I didn't realize it was a gay anthem, but guess what? She's not gay, and she's like, finally, and it's like finally you come along, like it's a gay anthem, like gay guys love it. I get it. Gay guys don't like relationships, so what are they fucking talking about? But like, yeah, like I don't understand. If it was like, finally, gangbangs come along, or finally we're allowed to have bathhouses. It's not illegal. Like that, I would understand, but I don't get it. But I'm happy for her, and it's a positive thing for me. Like, because I'm bisexual myself. I'm very into gay rights. Thank you. I'm very into gay rights, so I'm really glad. So now I hear the song, I don't get so mad. Now I'm like, yay, finally. And I just think of gay rights. But none of it makes sense. Like she had to have made a deal with the devil. But I don't think so. I think she's just a good person and got really lucky. Like, may we all get lucky in that way. Finally, like nothing aligns with that happening. Nothing aligns with lucky penis. Thank you, Jim Da. Finally, let's look in my notes. Oh, does everybody have a friend that calls herself a witch? Like all of a sudden my friends are like in their bio on Instagram, witch. Like, okay, Barbara, what went on? Like if she really thought she was a witch, she would call me and be like, oh my God, Jackie, oh my God, you're not gonna believe what happened. I was looking at a kid and he was annoying me and he caught on fire. I think I'm a witch. Like what happened that all of a sudden you're a witch? Like if you really in your heart of hearts thought that you were a witch, you'd be freaked out. You wouldn't just be like, I'm gonna put in my bio. Like for me, I feel like being a witch is supposed to be a surprise. Like you don't tell people, they find out the hard way. When I was 12 years old, two boys in my neighborhood tied me to a tree and took turns grabbing my boobs.
Oh,
Both of them, by the age of 30, dead. They both had, then they moved to different areas. They didn't even know each other anymore. And they both had, this is no word of a lie. I'll tell you the names. They both had hidden heart problems, like a hole in their heart, or I forget, but they both had the same exact thing and died. Coincidence? I do hope so. But I was actively hoping something happened to them. So I'm saying. But I wouldn't go around being like, guess what happened? I'm a witch. Because I already was tied to the stake. I don't need it to be left. I don't need it. But guess what? They had me tied up over there, but they never touched my vagina. The whole time I was like, don't go near my vagina. Like, it's all I was thinking, like, please. And it was there the whole time, but they left the house. Thank God. They would have died a really bad death had it gone any further. This is my Fiesta wear mug. Okay. My mom, she, let me put it this way. I'm not afraid of death, especially not my mother's. And I'm just like, get out of here. She called me up recently. She was like, Jackie, I have a bunion. And I'm like, that's it. You're going to hospice.
oh,
No, sleep. Tell hospice. No, sleep. My manager's crazy. He always smokes dust. Dust, you guys. I wrote a song for you all. I wish I never learned that dust was made out of basically just skin. If I have to know, so do you. You think you're a vegetarian? Think again. You're ingesting your friends. I wish Jeffrey Dahmer had known about it. He could have been microdosing dust. Because I'm a solution-based comedian. He wanted to kill people because he didn't want them to leave. He wanted them to stay with him and go in his body. So he could have just been microdosing dust. I used to do cocaine, but I only did little lady bumps that just kept me up longer so that I could drink more. And I was married to a woman for 12 years, and she was like, Jackie, were you out doing coke again? I'm like, I was networking with the comics. And she was just like, they're trying to sleep with you. And I'm like, no, they're not. I'm interesting. And cut to, I'm sober now. But before I got sober, I was dating a guy here. And I was doing coke with my neighbors, not these neighbors, different neighbors. And I was like, I think they want to sleep with me. And my boyfriend was like, no, they just think you're really interesting. That's the difference between dating men and women. The last guy I dated, he wouldn't, in the beginning, he love bombed me, but at the end, he would not, I couldn't extract a compliment from him. It'd be easier to get a tooth. And the end, like, oh my God, he wouldn't compliment me. He wouldn't blow smoke up my ass, but he would eat my ass. Thank you. I'm not crass. Thank you. I'm just reporting the truth. I'm just reporting the truth. I would be like, we have reservations. Like, why do they call it eating? Why do they call it eating ass? Like, I was like, we have a reservation. Are you going to still be hungry? He'd be back there forever. I'd be like, oh my God, what's happening? Oh, one more song. Vagina is God and penis is the devil. Everybody, vagina is God and penis is the devil. Thank you, everybody. Come to the Jackie Mo show tomorrow. We have a special guest. Her name is Lalita D. She's going to be here.
Jackie Mo, everybody. Guys, one more time for Jackie Monahan. The one and only Jackie Monahan. Only Jackie can do a set that involves sexual predators, cannibalism, and Milli Vanilli, all in 10 minutes, guys. All in 10 minutes. I am not gonna lie. That's quite a lot. I'm honestly, I do need to do some dusting in my room, and now I am horrified to do that, knowing what that is. So that is
crazy. How did we not know it? We just what did we think it was?
I don't know, but like Kevin and whomever is sitting next to him literally are wrapped under the covers behind a pillow because they are so terrified of what has taken place in the last 10 minutes. I can see it. I can see it right now. Look how far away they are from the camera too. They're trying to get as far away from this as they possibly can, so they don't leave any dead skin on the camera screen. That's what they're trying to make sure. As that pillow looks like it's about to smother Kevin. I'm a little bit concerned right there.
Oh wow, Kevin, hi.
I mean, Jackie, you did just say that the penis is the devil, and I think she might be taking it to the nth degree right there. And Kevin's like, "Yep, that's exactly right."
There's another.
I like the fact. I like how much Kevin's laughing, yet he's still on mute. That's my favorite part about all of it. Guys, one thing I want to bring up before we go to the leaderboard right here is, there's been a lot of talk about medical conditions tonight. And I do want to say, wrap up on the dermatology thing today, because at the dermatologist's office, they literally said this to me. I am not kidding. They said, so when you wake up in the morning, do you apply sunscreen? And I go, no, am I supposed to? It's like, yeah, you should be applying sunscreen every morning. Why don't you apply sunscreen when you first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? And I go, I don't know, because I'm not a vampire. Like, what type of serious risk do you think I am for like skin cancer that I need to put on sunscreen to go into the unlit family room to turn on the television and eat some oatmeal? Like I feel like dermatologists, I feel like it's just a racket. They're just in with big sunscreen, guys. That's what they do. Big sunscreen, big posters of like that little girl with like her butt being I almost said being eaten by that dog, but that's not what I meant.
Oh,
I meant that the dog's biting the pants and bringing it down.
That was
what I'm talking, but you know what I'm talking about though.
That was a great.
I don't want to be canceled, and I'm also not running for attorney general. So that's
that was great.
Too soon. Guys, let's go to the leaderboard before we bring up your headliner. Come on, let's go to the leaderboard, Annie.
Let's do it. Yes, you guys, it is time for the leaderboard. We're calling it the leaderboard. Who's in the lead? There's no leader here, you guys.
Oh.
Everybody's equal. But thank you so much, you guys, for supporting the show. We appreciate it. This is what it looks like so far this month. That's right. We've got our regulars, William Reynolds, Abigail Brown, always here. We've got some anonymous stuff up here. Brandon Leavitt. These are all from recent weeks. Let's get into tonight's. Let's do it. Let's do it. You guys, give it up for William Reynolds, dropping $15 on the board. $15 is the residential bong. That's usually what we put on it. Some sort of bong. This is a literal turkey that's been turned into a bong. If you can see it, you guys, let me blow it up here for just a second. Yeah, that's right. There's a chamber right there in the center. Let's go. Let's go. So William, thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. Also, you guys, give it up for Lisa A, dropping $10. That's right. I found a picture of the Mona Lisa holding a turkey. Thank you so much, Lisa. We appreciate that. We'll put you right there. And also, you guys, give it up for Abigail Hydrangea Brown with $10 on the board. We know that Abigail likes frogs over here, so of course I found a pilgrim toad. Let's go. And you guys, the night is still young. You can still get your name on the board if you want. It's really easy. We take Venmo at KO-Comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. And Twitch, while I have your attention, definitely go to our website, KOComedy.com. Sign up for the email. When this show is over, when we stop streaming out to Comedy Hub, we're going to keep the after party going down right here. That's right, you guys. Lorna Batters is here. Sarah Green is here. We're going to play some games. We're going to hang out. It's going to be a good time, and we'd love for you guys to come. Also, you guys, tomorrow we've got the Jackie Mo Show with Jackie Monahan, 3 p.m. Pacific. I will be there with her. It'll be a lot of fun. And you guys, on Sunday, Casey McNeil with a stellar lineup. You guys, we've always got fun shows going on over here, so definitely go to that link. Keep it going. All right. Yes, the morning, Lisa. All right, you guys. That's enough of me. Let's get back to the fun stuff. You guys, give it up for your amazing host. It's Michael Magid.
Oh my gosh, guys! One more time for Annie and the donor board right there. Donor board sounds delicious. That sounds like something you get at a Turkish restaurant. Oh my God, I might have to write that down. That's a very, very solid dad joke right there. Well, we're coming to that point of the show where Mike Eckert is feigning. Oh no, he's awake. He's awake. You know, for the longest time, I thought that Mike Eckert was just a frozen profile. I didn't know that he was actually there until I saw actual movement. Like, you guys ever see like those birds and you're like, is that like real, or is that like stuffed? Like, you can't tell, and then all of a sudden like, you get close and it all of a sudden goes like, and you're like, oh, that thing's alive. Okay, jeez. That's what happens with Mike Eckert. Any sudden movements around like a velociraptor, and it can sense the movements. That's what that works out right there. All right, guys. Just one more comic to go, and then I might just say a few little things, and then we'll get ready for the after party. You guys ready for your final comedian? Come on, get the energy out, get it up. Guys, your final comedian, good friend of mine. She's a roast battle champion. She was also recently at the Skankfest festival and did a fantastic job there. It's the one and only Sarah Fatemi, everybody.
How we doing? Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
Oh my goodness. No, I don't want you seeing. Oh well. I don't want you to know how moderately not how poor I am. Oh my gosh. Hello, my full edible has hit. Any stoners here?
Yeah.
I love weed because I cut back on alcohol. Yeah, I'm not fun anymore. No, I love weed. I was once so violently high, I tried to Apple Pay my way into my apartment. I was like a Tinder guy on your clit. Like, why isn't this working? Yeah, I love weed. Like I said, I had cut back on alcohol, but there is one place that I can never not get drunk. You guys know where that place is?
Disneyland.
That's actually a great idea. Thank you for that. When I go to Disneyland, I will definitely get drunk. But no, it's the nail salon. Seriously, ladies, you know, when we get our nails done, I mean, they pour that shit up like we're in the VIP section at Bootsy Bellows. Like, give me 2 of those, and I'm telling Ling Ling all my business. Yeah. It's funny, Lisa you messaged right before I came on. You said, good morning, everyone. For a second, I misread it, and I thought it was Lisa Ann said, hey, good morning, everyone. I was like, damn, this is a cool. Okay. Our audience doesn't know who Lisa Ann is. Okay. A slightly more conservative crowd tonight. Yeah. I wouldn't Google it.
We're not all conservatives, Lassie. I got you.
Got me. You just Google her. Is that a Scottish accent or an Irish accent?
Scottish. I'm just ready to do the after party. I'm just getting my clothes changed so I don't look like a grumpy, miserable bitch, because that's how Michael made me feel.
Oh. You're the cutest vegetable I've ever seen.
Thank you.
No, but no, I'm just kidding. I know not everybody's old and conservative. It actually just means you guys have healthy sex lives, because Lisa Ann is a porn star. Okay. Desiree brought up that.
Oh, wait, Sarah, you can't say that without adding like a website address or something, please. You can't just say that.
Oh, for Christ's sake. What, do they not have a Pornhub in Scotland?
No, I'm in Toronto.
Oh, you're in Toronto. Okay, wow.
We
You
have
know,
Pornhub, but it's pretty tame.
oh yeah, is it just people saying sorry to each other? I don't know.
Sorry.
It's funny because I was actually going to bring up, because I was going to mention Desiree was talking about the healthcare system and stuff in Canada. Only free healthcare would allow a yeast infection to get that far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Americans, be careful what you wish for.
I don't think anybody wishes for a yeast infection.
No, I'm talking about not the yeast infection. I'm talking about free healthcare. Oh my goodness, joke just yeah. Okay, I'm from the Midwest. Anybody else from the Midwest? Make some noise if you are.
Yeah.
As if they would admit that if they were. Was that someone saying, yeah, I'm from the Midwest, or someone saying, yeah, nobody's from the Midwest? Okay, I get it. Okay, fuck the Midwest then. Damn. No, but I'm from Ohio. And it was kind of easy actually, being Middle Eastern and growing up in basically one of the whitest states in the country. Like, our women are in the kitchen all day, and I can fuck my cousin whenever I want. That's how you keep the smarts in the family. But my mom, ironically, she identifies as white. Excuse me, white.
Right.
White. She'll be like, why do you call yourself person of color? Iranians are Caucasian. We were the Aryan race. And I'm like, taking it, Roseanne. But I feel more persecuted being from the Midwest than for being Middle Eastern out here in LA. People in LA are so rude. For your information, we do have Uber. His name is Mike. Yeah. Dating's been trash out here. Make some noise if you're on the dating apps. Okay. We're all happy and in relationships, I guess. It's just me, the one loser. No, I recently matched with a submissive guy on OkCupid.
Ew.
I mean, okay, stupid. And he was like, I want you to humiliate me. I'm like, want to come to dinner with my parents? Oh, man. You know, speaking of the word submissive, so I teach, I'm a sub. And so in LA, when you say sub, they think submissive, when really I mean substitute teacher. And so I always, when I'm describing my job, I always have to be like, oh, it's a fun job, but man, the kids, they get so loud and messy. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. So anyway, dating apps. I love Jewish men. Any Jews here? Oh, hi, Michael. Hey. No, I mean, I know it sounds scary coming from a Muslim, but don't worry, I come in peace. I'm just kidding. I come very like you know what you're doing.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Jewish guys. You can say their Hebrew name and suck their dick at the same time. Yeah. My dream guy was Jared Kushner, but with neck tattoos. And I know he's Trump's son-in-law. I understand. I'm not a Trumper. I'm a Democrat. I'm liberal. I'm so woke. I only date gay men. But I'm still friends with all of them. The only bad blood we have is HIV. Okay, guys, I live in West Hollywood. I made a deal with the gay mafia. I can say things like that. But anyway, the Jews love me. I'm basically Anne Frank with a BBL. The only problem is they won't marry me because I'm Muslim. And I did the 23andMe test, and I am 1/16 Jewish. And it's like, I'm sorry, if you can be 1/20th Native American and claim land, why can't I be 1/16 Jewish and claim that kosher dick, Menachem? Or should I say Menachem? Nom, 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 nom.
Whatever works.
Whatever works. Get me on that J swipe. Like I said, I work in schools. My high schoolers, they're very interesting. The slang that they use, it's just weird to me that our Pope is like our future Pope is watching Skibbity Toilet. Like, can you imagine the Pope in 70 years? Sup, fools? I'm the Pope. Eat, eat this bread and leave no crumbs. And then instead of wine, because Gen Z doesn't drink, he'll be like, hit Jesus's vape. I can make that joke because I'm Muslim and we believe in Jesus. I also don't care.
Nice.
How much time do I have left? I don't want to run over.
Oh, you're
good.
good. You got a minute till the light goes off.
Ooh, perfect. What if I just use that minute just to plug all my socials and get as much? Nah. You guys are a good audience. Honestly, you deserve to end on a good bit. Hopefully. Oh, well, they won't know who Brittany Renner is. Oh, yeah. So I work in kind of the inner city, and their snitching is a really big deal. They always get really mad at me, my high schoolers, when I tell the principal when they're ditching school. They'll be like, Miss, you a snitch. And I'll be like, I'm Persian. Of course I'm a snitch. That's all we do, gossip and snitch. I know who's got the nose job. I know who's cheating on someone. I know who's doing tax fraud. But yeah, I am a snitch. Anyway, you guys can follow me at Sarah Fatemi Official on Instagram, SarahFatemi Official on Instagram, and then Twitter, SarAkiJoon, and TikTok at Sarah Fatemi. You guys have been great. Thank you.
Sarah Fatemi, everybody. One more time for Sarah Fatemi, everybody. Give it up. Sarah, it was funny for me when you were mentioning Gen Z because I was just thinking about this. Like this past week, I had a long drive and I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to bite the bullet and I'm going to try to catch up on what all the kids are listening to these days. So I put it in Spotify. I said, greatest rap hits of 2024. And I literally put one on and I'm like, wait, all of these songs are just basically just doing a play-by-play of sexual intercourse with an auto-tune. Like there's no poetry whatsoever. It's just like, yeah, so I take off her pants and then her underwear comes off and then I stick it in and then I move it in and out. And I'm like, we're literally at the point of idiocracy because like that's like where we were in that movie right there. And instead of taking it 300 years, it's taken 20 years since that movie came out. So that's a depressing way to end this show. Jeez. We can't end that way. We can't end that way. So people, maybe give me some recommendations of some hip hop artists of 2024 that you enjoy that are doing more than just giving a play-by-play of how they gyrate back and forth. That would be
Kendrick Lamar.
I seem like an old man yelling at the cloud, don't I? I really do. God, is this what happens when you grow old? This sucks. This is terrible. Back in my day, I feel like but the sad thing is like I'm like thinking like back in my day, we had all the the cleverness of like the homophobia of Eminem, like really great stuff, really quality stuff right there. Guys, that has been the show. We're gonna have the after party going one more time for all the comics you saw today. Desiree Wall, Jackie Monahan, Sarah Fatimi. I've been Michael Magid. You can find. Hey, thank you. Again, guys, follow kocomedy.com to find the links to all the shows that you got going on all the week. Make sure you're following all these comedians to make sure you find out where they're performing. Also, check out all their clips that they got going on, their crowd work clips. and comment on them, because that's the only way that we have any value anymore to society is through the algorithm being tricked into thinking that we're important. That's all how it works, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, guys. Stay out of the water if you're in the atmospheric river, and we'll see you next Friday. We're out. Later.
Bye.
Bye.